Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. It is, 2 o'clock the afternoon. You are listening to KPCA LP, Petaluma, California, 103.3 FM, online at kpca.fm. And this is Let's Make a List with me, Phil. I'm your host. I'm your host every week. I've yet to not be a host. Look at that. I just moved across studio. You wouldn't even know because I kept the mic with me. I'm a professional now. Community radio, nothing but professionals. So yeah, let's make a list. This is the show where we talk about pop culture related stuff and, movies, books, music, things like that. Make a list based on the topic, discuss our picks, and other stuff. It meanders because that's fun. And today is a very extra special episode because we have a guest on here that we've had on many times. It's one of my, I was talking about it earlier, I feel like I have a rotating group of co-hosts. And it's fun because then we get something new every time. Once in a while, all you guys are on together, and that's when things go bananas.
Oh, bananas!
Yeah,
I'm available as a thing,
and I appreciate it. And you actually to take it seriously and have fun. This show's all about being serious
and having fun.
Yep. Hey, this is my mom, Kathleen.
Hi.
And this is Phil.
Hi.
So today is going to be a little bit different than usual.
Oh no.
Not insanely different, but enormously different.
Makes it scary for the guest.
Yeah. Why do I always I go and I change the font on my notes so I can read it better, but I change it like from 12 to 13. I go, that's good. And I go, why don't I just actually make it bigger? Okay. So this show,
that was rhetorical, right? You're not looking for an answer.
That's true. I was looking for an answer from myself, but I didn't get one.
Nope.
Maybe you have an answer. You can call in 707-981-7577. That's 707-981-7577. Feel free to call in anytime during the show if you have any comments or anything. So remember, if you call in, you can't say any bad words.
One of my answers today has a bad word in it. I'm going to say it.
Really?
Yeah, because it's a TV show.
You can't say it, though.
It's a TV show.
Still, if it's a bad word, you can't say it. But
okay.
We might not have the same rules as TV. Okay. You can write it down and show me, and I can let you know. But
no, I'll just
no
rhyme
risking.
It. I'll rhyme it.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Is there? Okay, cool.
It's not orange. That was a good laugh.
Nice. Okay.
God, I just scared you so bad.
Yeah. So today our topic is going to be, we're not getting to it yet, but I'll explain it real quick. We're going to talk about things from genres things that we like from genres or categories that we usually don't like or care about. So, yep.
I'm not going to talk about it yet.
Yeah, we're going to get to it.
You told me not to.
Mm-hmm. All right. One thing people should know, for a couple weeks now, I've been going through a spell where I don't know if spell's the right word, where I'm having trouble. Right now I'm doing okay, but now I'm thinking about I'm not doing as well, forming sentences completely and thinking of words I want to say. Where I think I was reading about something yesterday, I think it can be just when you have social anxiety and then you're kind of out of practice talking to people much, then that can be an issue. And people have it where it's just, you're in your head and it's just for some reason tough to form complete sentences well. And, but part of the reason doing this show is it's a selfish reason to help me get better at talk.
And then you can say full sentences.
Thank you. So I'm just saying that now, so if that happens, that's why. But hey,
when you write your scripts, do the people speak in full sentences?
Sometimes.
Yeah, okay. It's easy for them, though, because it's written down.
It's true.
Yeah, all they have to do is just be it.
Mm-hmm. But it's the cool things about community radio. Yeah, I can go on here, and I have a show about pop culture. I haven't even talked about pop culture yet. I'm talking about other stuff. Talking about myself.
Oh, today, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we're trying things, experiment.
You're part of Petaluma's pulp.
And it's also, I want to show people that, you don't have to be good at this to do a show if you want. You know what I mean? You can just, it's something you want to do and try and take it. And I put time and effort and stuff. I take it seriously, but I try to make it entertaining. But that's the cool thing about community radio. It represents the community. So if you are out there and you go, radio sounds fun. I want to do something. I want to have a show. Go for it. Contact the station. You can email the station at kpca@pca.tv and let them know you're interested. You can go to the website, kpca.fm, and see.
Will there be somebody here that can help you, like with the producing and the actual engineering while you're in the room?
Yes, you can do that, yeah. And also, if you have Yeah, you can also email me directly at philandariel at gmail.com, and I'd be happy to give my advice and help and stuff. They have a lesson that they teach. I think it's every other week now, where Lee does a great job of explaining how to use the equipment and
Oh,
stuff.
that's good.
So it's just it's if you've never seen like a soundboard and stuff, I can see it can be totally confusing and weird, but he does a really good job of explaining it. And for me, I already had some experience, and a couple minutes I knew exactly how to run the board.
So even if you don't even know if you want to do it, but that way you come in and see how intimidating it is,
Right.
and whether it's something you even want to
Right.
consider.
Yeah, and you have to be a member, so there's a annual fee, but it's worth it. You pay producer membership. I don't want to give the wrong amount, but it's under $100. I'm pretty sure.
Do you,
But
get, do you get a card?
I'm not sure. No, but you become a member. That way you have access to the equipment and stuff here, and you can do your own show, and it's pretty great.
Can you be a member just so that you donate to the...
Yes, yeah. Money. That's a big part of the KPCA and PCA's money comes from members and very generous sponsors. There we go. There's that gross belch. So yeah, there we go. That didn't start as me trying to just plug the station,
Oh,
but
that was
it
more
turned into that.
informational than plugging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I mean, equally, but... Yeah, bleh.
Yeah. Right. All right. I've got some surprising. Could be considered bad news. Could be considered good news. It depends on what kind of listener you are. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to keep doing the public domain movies of the week, because this is I brought up here is you can discuss. Maybe I'm wrong. It has become a chore in a way,
Yeah.
because I'm usually really bored with them, and I know my goal was to make it so I could deal with these older movies and maybe appreciate them differently, and I did some, but I just kind of stopped caring, and I realized that most of the time I just come in, just complain about a movie that was made like 50 years ago, and so there's no reason that it would still be good. You know what I mean?
I think the ones you're looking at are even older than that, aren't they?
Some are.
Yeah.
Some are like anywhere from like probably 40 to 70 years old. Most of the movies I'm looking at. That's older than me.
Some of them are older than me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm older than a movie sometimes.
Oh. And so it was fun, but I just kind of feel like, but I want to do something similar. So this is what I was thinking. I like where I watch something each week, and then I talk about it, and I don't want it to be like, oh, I'm going to go to a movie each week and talk about it. We already have a show, Movie Muse, where she knows what she's talking about much more, and she actually interviews filmmakers and stuff. So that already has that covered. But I still like to talk about it. So talk about it. So I don't know if it's somewhere I can get people to maybe recommend, just like, if you want to email or tweet at Phil and Ariel, or email Phil and Ariel at Gmail. If you have ideas of what kind of segment, like what kind of movies I should watch and talk about each week, like I think it could be fun to try to find the scariest movies. But I don't know how to. There's no definitive list, obviously, because it's subjective. But something like that, where each week I watch it and I try to, and I
So
see
you
if it actually
on a
got me or
make-a-list
something.
show, you can't find a list that you need. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Well, I just thought about this because this morning I was like, I don't want to watch a public domain movie right now. I just don't.
That's a weird category because it's so vague and yet it's so broad.
Yeah. But yeah. Or maybe something like each week I find a movie I've never heard of or something. So I don't know. Do you have any ideas?
Probably.
Or do you think I should stick and keep trying to do
No,
public
I think
domain?
you should know because it's not. If you're not enjoying it, you're not gonna tell us about
When
it.
I liked talking about them, and I liked when I was done watching them, and occasionally I enjoyed watching them, but usually it was something I did to better myself, and I didn't care enough.
Yeah.
And I don't think that even if it worked amazingly well, it's not like I would actually better myself much. I would just be like, oh yeah, I don't get as bored sometimes.
You've trained yourself to sit through boredom.
Yeah. So I don't know yet. I'm trying to think of something else. I want to do some other kind of segment like that. Maybe I'll go back to public domain. Maybe I'll sleep on it and wake up and be like, I forgot that I love black and white movies because the color hurts my eyes. Maybe my eyes will get bad, and then I can only watch black and white movies.
Oh, that would be great.
That would be great. Or maybe I go deaf, and I can only watch silent movies.
Oh yeah, that'd be good too.
Even though the music is the best part.
Yeah. I don't know.
Favorite silent movie? Bye Bye Birdie. The music's great.
Oh, that would be sad to have that one without music.
Yeah. So that's that. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'll consider what you should do.
Let me know if you have any ideas. Everybody in the world. Okay. Do you want to talk about the primaries at all?
Oh, no, here, wait. Let's go back a little bit.
Okay, cool.
I just remembered that one time you said you would watch a movie of mine. That
Coal Miner's Daughter.
Did you ever watch that?
I watched a little over half of it.
Oh, that's not too bad.
After a couple sittings. I'm sorry, but that movie, I took
So
notes.
boring for you.
While we're doing this, I'm going to see if I can find the notes. I have them on my computer.
But there's a lot of movies that I think are good that you can't even sit through. Yeah.
But it's like that. I shouldn't.
How about It's a Wonderful Life? Did you ever watch that?
Oh, I love It's a Wonderful Life. I was out in the theater with you. It's great.
Okay, good.
I love it. I cried when I watch it.
Oh.
Here we go. Coal Miner's Daughter. Here are my notes. Tommy Lee Jones' accent is very present. I thought she was a singer. 5 minutes in, no songs.
5 minutes. That was just sarcastic. That was just basically you having contempt for watching the movie.
Maybe, yeah.
That is.
It wasn't bad. It was just very slow and boring for me. That's how I remember. Not clear who the coal miner's daughter is. 9 minutes in, first song. Tommy Lee Jones' hair matches his shirt. The pies are causing much stress. Tommy Lee Jones to the rescue. He loves pies. I don't remember what happened there.
She made it with salt instead of sugar, and he had tried to eat it, and it was horrible.
Oh, okay.
And he bought it so that he could date her.
Loretta Lynn's true passion is pie making. She isn't good at it, though. Sad tale. Then inappropriate relationship.
I think you might have watched a different movie.
Oh, no. That would be Tommy Lee Jones and pies, right?
Yeah, I guess it was the right movie.
Yep.
Just it's interpretation, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't know. I think.
So, yeah, I don't know how this watching a movie game is going to work for you.
I got to find a way. I thought maybe we'd brainstorm and come up with something great. Chris and Ariel are usually good at this. Oh, here we go. Chris is an idea of something that I should do. That's not movie related, though.
By the way, Phil just looked at his phone. I know that he did that, and most of you probably do. But whenever he says like, "Oh, Chris," and then it's like his phone.
Then I mumble.
His phone.
Yeah. All right. You want to talk about the primaries at all? No.
I'm trying to think of this jungle primary because I don't know if I voted for
jungle
it.
primary.
That's what they call it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I voted for it or against it back in the day. I just don't remember.
Oh, the were the top two.
Yeah.
I like this.
I
think
when I thought about it though, like,
but
what if you, for instance, in the governor's race? I mean, not in the governor's, the senator's race. If you are Republican, you just like basically you're going to vote against somebody. You're just not going to vote in that race, or what's going to happen? That kind of thing. I don't know.
That's a good point. And
also for some of the races, I didn't vote who I wanted. I voted for the person I thought might win that I wanted.
There were a few,
and that's not right.
Yeah, but there were some also where I voted a couple where I didn't know if I would vote for them in the general election, but the stuff that they were talking about, I wanted that stuff discussed. But it's the same thing with every election, I feel like, where you don't know, should you vote for who you want to vote for, or should you vote to try to prevent the person you don't want to win.
Yeah.
And it's very frustrating. Most of the people I voted for did not make it, but I think most of the measures I voted for went the way I voted and I measured.
Mm-hmm.
I think. What about? I didn't see the result. What happened with the bridge tolls one?
That one passed.
It did. Was it close?
No.
Really? Okay.
I was surprised on that one. Oh, by the way, most people in San Francisco voted for it.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
of course.
Another big population there.
Yep.
But you know what? You can't park in the city anyway, so why even drive there?
Yeah, maybe this will make it so public transportation actually does improve.
Yeah, I think it'll be cool when the smart train goes over the bay.
Yeah.
That'll be nice.
You're being sarcastic, right? Because that's not happening,
I think so.
It's going down to the ferry building. That's
good.
Smart train is great, though. I have used it go to Santa Rosa numerous times,
That's
and I like
excellent.
it.
Yeah.
And it's right on time. Every time I've done it, it's to the minute on time. It's just
I love
pretty
seeing
impressive.
it go through Nevada. I just love that.
Mm-hmm. And actually, yeah, it's better than I thought it would be. But again, I've lived in San Francisco for a while, and even though they have a lot of public transportation, it was not very reliable time-wise. Let's just critique and things. Yeah, that measure was the toughest one for me to decide on this election. Yep. All right, so I guess that's all. That's kind of pop culture stuff. Politics has become that, for better or for worse. You can say it for better or for worse about anything.
Yeah, I don't think I want to talk about it on the radio.
Yeah, how do you mind? Just in case. All right, a couple things before we to our list. What do you remember? What the first musical album you ever bought was?
Not for sure.
Okay.
I would imagine it was the Monkees,
Okay.
and probably called the Monkees.
Do you think you still have it or no?
I think I gave it to somebody.
Oh.
I regret that.
You gave it to Dad?
I regret that. But I regret a lot of giveaways. But then I remember I gave it away to be a good person.
Did you send it to Davy Jones to have it signed and you never sent it back?
No, he said no, thank you.
Okay.
He's got his own.
Okay.
No, that was. I remember that it was. Nope, I was going to say I remember how much it cost, but I don't. I remember that 45s were 77 cents at a kind of a Kmart kind of place.
Yeah.
It was called Turnstile where I would go. Anyway, and
In Wisconsin or
yeah.
here? Okay.
Yeah. Then I had my own turntable, and that was pretty awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Did you have it? Was it like a briefcase one? You could take it around?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Briefcase one. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
But the family had a stereo, and it was one of those great big cabinets, and so I played that. It's the only time we got to use the living room is like just to put a record on and listen to music.
Would you guys ever listen to the radio together as a family?
No.
Okay.
No, we all had a little plug-in radio, and I got a transistor for one of my transistor radios, little handheld radio.
Right.
And I
You
got
have to crank it to get to work?
Nope. And that was pretty cool because you got to walk around.
Yeah.
Have the radio on and put new batteries in
That's
it in
cool.
10 minutes, you know.
Yeah.
But it was pretty awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. What was your first?
I think the one I bought with my own money, which is, allowance money, I think was Spin Doctors.
Oh, wow.
I think so. I was kind of disappointed by it. I didn't like it that much. There was one song that I liked, but I just kept listening. I was like, I've got to make myself like it. And it's one of those few albums that I got that I listened to a bunch. I still own it, but I just never got into it really.
That's kind of a funny coincidence because one time I babysat for a family that I didn't know, but my dad knew their dad. And I babysat them for, I think it was a week or 4 nights or something. And they were horrible kids. Oh my God, they were horrible kids. and like one night I was awakened by a flashlight in my face, and it was the cops were in the house, this rich person's house. And they were saying,
do you remember the address?
They were saying something about the kid was found somewhere. It was like, oh my God, this kid was like 12. He wasn't even like, 17 or something.
Wow.
And it was like, good God, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, so then I remember the parents walked in the house when they were done. They gave me the check, and I walked out of the house. I didn't even talk to them or anything. And I went right to the record store, and I bought. I was able to buy 5 albums with the money I got for the whole week. So I was really disappointed with the amount of money I got too. I should have gotten a lot more money than that. Anyway, Spin Doctors album was one of those I got in that.
Really?
Isn't that funny?
Oh, so that must.
Wait, that can't be true.
Because Spin Doctors first out in the 90s.
That's not true. That's not true.
Are you thinking of?
Nope.
Do you know who you're thinking of now?
Yep, I have that album, but I have that on CD. So it's not. Oh, that was a story that went the wrong way.
No, it was a good story anyway, though.
Anyway, I just remember going and buying 5 albums, and it was like I needed that. It's like because I didn't drink, It was like,
I've had those.
I think I was like 17 or 18 years old at the time.
I've had a couple of those work days where you just go like I've had substitute ones where I'd always write a letter to the teacher at the end of the day, and it was always like I kept it positive and said these students are great and stuff. And then I was just fed up. They were just so rude, disrespectful, and if it was just to me, that'd be fine. But they were to each other doing it, where people were trying to get work done, take tests, and people just throwing things. These like high school, and it's just like, oh my God! So I wrote this long letter, talking about how disrespectful I thought they were being and stuff. And then I was just like, I think I probably went to the record store or something like that and be like, I made like I don't know, $110 a day from that job. I'm gonna spend it all on whatever. It just, it's some reason, it's like, it feels like you just go use this money on something dumb, but it's something I want to spend on. It's like a way to almost protest it or something like that. It's weird. I've done that a few times.
It's kind of nice though that music can do that.
Yeah. Yep. I've done it once with food at Moylan's. Like pizza. I don't even think I drank anything. It was just I went there and I got like pizza and nachos or something like that. All right. What's the last album that you bought or were excited to hear that is not made by someone you personally know?
No, I don't know. I don't even buy music anymore.
Right, but do you have any idea of when you think it might have been, or the last thing that you kind of like, ooh, I want to hear this?
It was probably a long time ago. This is going to sound weird, but it could have been Elton John.
Oh, okay.
The one that was Christmas in July. Except for that's the only Elton John album I ever got.
Okay, is it just you heard like one song and you liked it or something? Probably.
But I love that album.
When do you think
I can't remember what it's called.
How was that? 70s?
No, it was, I think
80s?
It was 80s, yeah.
Elton?
But it was a record. I remember that. It was an album.
It has Christmas in July on it?
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's like
or Christmas in the middle of the year or something like that. I can't remember now. I just don't listen to music.
Coldest Christmas in the middle of the year?
Is it? Okay.
Too Low for Zero?
That's it.
Yep. I've
heard that album. What year did that come out?
83.
Yeah, it's a really good album.
So Stuart was born. You gave birth to Stuart, and you went, take me to the store. I got to get this album.
Yep.
It came out a month before he was born.
Well, I knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I'm sure I've bought some since then. Oh, when you guys were in school, I'd buy albums for CDs for fundraisers a lot.
Okay.
But those are out of the choices that they gave you. So they're usually Christmas albums.
And you buy some like for the family and stuff. But
yeah. Sorry, I can't remember.
Don't be sorry.
I just don't.
I was curious.
I just don't recall. But it's been a long time.
There was a while for me where there weren't many, but then lately I've been excited about that again. Ever since I started doing the radio show, and it's fun.
But I'll come up with them this week because I'll go like, oh yeah, I bought that one.
All right.
Yeah.
Next time you're on, you can talk about it. Make a note on your cellular telephone.
I will.
Cool.
I'll do that.
Nice. Covered up my notes. Let's see. Do I have anything else to talk about before that? No. You ready for the list?
Oh, sure.
I've got do you think it's annoying for different segments, if I make a little quick like song or sound bit or something, or do you think that adds to it? Do you think it just makes it sound hokey and dumb?
I think it'd be hokey and fun.
Okay.
I like it, is what I'm saying.
All right, cool.
I like that kind of dumb stuff.
Think about that.
Yeah.
I'll give it some thought.
Not that it's dumb, but for dumb stuff it is. I like it.
Halloween time, I get excited to play those sound effects.
I enjoy that very much. It's hilarious, especially because you don't drop them. You go like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And then, woo, like that. Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
So our list this week, things we like from genres or categories that we usually don't like or care about. Does that seem pretty accurate? Is that what we discussed?
It's what you told me I had to do. I don't know about where the discussion came in.
All right.
I was surprised with this that I thought it was going to be really easy, or at least straightforward, and I realized that I've stopped doing those kind of things where I don't like that genre. I don't do that anymore because there's so many things that break that rule. But so I kind of went back to the earlier ones that made me go, oh yeah, you don't have a problem with that.
Right, but there's some that I don't have problems with. I just don't care about ever. Yeah. Or I'd listen to it and I go like, it just never interests me, or I watch these kind of movies and I'd see, there's lots of things where I see it's this kind of movie or this kind of thing, and I won't even consider it, not because I have anything against it, but you know what I mean?
But see, that's part of the thing is once if you go, well, I know I won't like it, then what happens is you don't know if you do or not.
But it's things where it's like this is an example, like Disney Channel shows made for like preteens. I don't have anything against them, I'm not going to consider ever watching them. You know what I mean? Things like that, or some of them. Some of my categories are like that. I don't have anything specific for that, though.
Well, there's any kind of time I've said that. There's only one that actually only has one exception, but most of them I have. But there's so many exceptions that it takes away from that.
Right.
I mean, it did. What's the word? It cancels out the thing we're doing.
Yeah. Yep, I get it. Do you want to go first?
Sure.
Cool. You can start anywhere.
Most of these are kind of old because, like I said, it goes back to when I realized that oh wait, I do like stuff in that.
Right.
Genre. Okay, the first one is I have no interest in surfing. Never have. I mean, it's sure.
Have you ever tried it?
Probably, but I can't barely stand up. Anyway,
That takes like a long time to be able to stand up.
oh
there,
yeah,
right?
yeah. But
I
I
think
mean, I
that's-
love swimming, but that just kind of like takes swimming and makes it into work.
Okay.
Anyway, The Endless Summer. It's a documentary,
Oh yeah.
and Dad loves it, and I watched it. It's a great documentary.
It's about like surfing in the 60s.
Yeah, it came out in '66.
Oh.
But anyway, it's a really fun movie, and it's charming and it's sweet, and it shows great surfing, but also it just you see the passion of the people. The guy that's making it is fantastic.
A documentary just about the culture and stuff. And
Yeah, well, it's a guy.
and
I think
people surfing.
I haven't seen it in a long time. I think it's kind of like he's surfing a number of beaches or something. You should come watch it. You'd really like it.
Okay, cool.
I mean, you get. Really
I've heard
bored.
of it definitely. At Pizza My Heart pizza place, I'd go to occasionally. And I lived in San Francisco, and down when I went to school in San Jose, they had Endless Summer movie posters up. They're all about that surfing pizza.
Yep. Anyway, so I didn't think I would. Why would I like that? But it was really good.
That's a very good choice.
Thank you very much.
Because you hate documentaries. All right. I'm going to do one.
I started with a movie, by the way.
I'll do a movie too then. Nah. Yes. World War II movies. I usually don't. If I see a World War II movie, I go like, oh, it's probably well done. I just don't really. I don't really show interest. Like Saving Private Ryan, I thought was good, but it's not one of those movies that I ever want to watch, or you know what I mean. When I was watching, I'm like, oh, this is well done, but then that's it, kind of. Except for the movie Downfall, which is, I have to see who made it, what country it's from, but it's about like Hitler's last days, World War II, and the guy that plays Hitler, in 2004, it's a German movie. The guy who plays Hitler just does such a good job, and I don't know if you've seen these. I'm sure some listeners have, where there was a video, because it's all done with subtitles and stuff. It's all in German, and then there's a video from the scene from the movie where they tell Hitler basically like Nazis were losing the battle, basically, and then Hitler just kind of see him get angry, and then he just starts to get really upset and angry and stuff, and people will change the subtitles to different things, like, have you heard the new Kanye West album? And then no, and then it's like, oh, it's not good. Well, like they will. That was a bad example, but it became a popular thing, and it's from this movie, and it was just really well done, and it's dark and it's kind of tough to watch, but I'm saying you see things not from Hitler's perspective, but that's the focus is Hitler and the Nazis, and you see like the youth, how they're involved and stuff, and so it's in no way at all trying to show their side of things or anything like that, but it's just interesting seeing it from that perspective, because usually it's not that way from what I've seen in movies, where it's usually focused on the Allies and stuff, and which makes sense. But this just shows, so it's a depressing movie because it just shows, you know, Hitler and then all these people doing these horrible things, and for numerous reasons and stuff. But
it's from his point of view, but is it sympathetic to him?
No, I don't think so. I that's the thing. Yeah, and if it was, then I probably wouldn't like it really. But not, you know. But I almost said Nazi. I don't think it is. They made him human, where he react to things like a human in a way. But you don't feel sympathy for him, I think, at all.
Downfall.
You see it, yeah, Downfall, and they show things where it's like kids that get involved, like Nazi youth, and then you kind of go like, oh, geez, it's just from before they even knew what was what, they were brought into this horrible thing. Yeah, I thought it was just a well done movie. Yeah. All right. Your turn.
Okay, I'm going to do my band because I only have one.
Okay.
Well, no, that's a lie. I already noticed I have more than that. Here's the thing. It turns out I like pretty much all kinds of music. You know?
Oh, you don't like 80s rock?
I love 80s rock, of course, because that was...
Elton John?
Well, yeah, there's that. You know, that's one... I'm not even going to list them because you know I like 80s rock. Anyway, the only one I just can't, even though Coal Miner's Daughter, I just don't like country music. I just try to, and don't try very hard, but I just don't care for it.
Can I guess who your person
You're
is?
not going to
Or
guess
is it
it
a band or person?
It's a person who is a man, but you're not going to ever get in a trillion years because it's so long ago.
It's not Johnny Cash.
No.
All right. A lot of people, Johnny Cash
I
is...
like Johnny Cash, yeah.
Yeah, that's
but
like...
I almost don't think of his country anymore
Right.
because he's more like Johnny Cash.
That's kind of the... People call outlaw country. That's more of... I feel like what popular country has become is like a totally different genre than that.
Yeah.
But,
Well, I don't like Elvis
John.
Presley either, but I
Right.
like Elvis Presley, because,
I don't really care for Elvis.
No, but I mean, it's not like there's certain songs that come on, you go, let's listen to that, you know. But it's like country station. It's like, I turn the channel, and I don't have anything against it. I just don't care for it.
Right.
But there's one country song a long time ago. I wish I put the date on here, and I forgot to. It's Clint Black. It was a long time ago.
Thought that he was like the 90s and stuff.
I don't
right?
remember. But I'm just saying, this song I heard from him was "Put Yourself in My Shoes," and there's a line in it that I just love. It's right near the very end of the song. It says, "If I could put myself in your shoes, I'd walk right back to me." And I thought that was cute.
Yeah.
After the whole thing about "Put yourself in my shoes," put yourself in my shoes. Anyway, and I liked that, and it was a cute little song. And
is it about a woman that he abused? So he's saying, if I were you, I'd just come back because you're not going to get any better.
So anyway, I liked that song, and then and then I mentioned it to my husband, your father, and he told me that's only because the guy was cute. And I was like,
Dad said that?
Yeah, and I was like, no, that's not it. And then I didn't even like the song anymore. So
I can't even imagine Dad saying that.
So that's kind of the last time I really listened to anything country was that. And
do you want to guess how old Clint Black is?
I'll guess he is 60.
58.
56. Okay, yeah. Oh, I'll stop clicking that. There was a horse in here.
But yeah, he's not that old, so it wasn't that long ago. He started his music in the 80s.
That's probably when I heard it. But I mean, I'm sure there's little parts of country that I like, and there's also a lot of bleed over now. You know? But I just it just doesn't do anything for me.
Yep, I'm the same way. I have one artist that's kind of country folk music that I do like a lot that you sometimes find in that part of the record store. Brandley Richards, which I think is more kind of folk rock than country, but still I think it's kind of countryish.
That was countryish
at times. I think, but I think part of it is with her. I was introduced to her music from Chris, whose musical taste I respect a lot and I like. So if he recommends something, I really give it consideration, and so that's part of it probably. Where
he should probably recommend a public domain movie to you.
Oh yeah, I've probably already seen it then.
Yeah,
I've seen everything. So yeah, a lot of it I think comes from some of these things where it's who introduced them to me, what mood I was in, where I was in life when that happened, and things like that. So Brandley Richards is my country / folk music artist that I like.
Yep.
Oh, let's see. Chris said that Clint Black song came out in 1990.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What do you got next?
What do you want me to do? A TV show?
You can do it every year.
Okay. This TV show, it only reminded me of, because when I was a kid, I had 3 channels. I listened to 4, because, local channel. And
2, 3, and 4? 5?
There were several channels. There were like
17.
4 channels. Anyway, so if there wasn't a kid show on, you didn't watch TV. Except when I was a kid, I already liked 60 Minutes, and I think lots of kids did, and it was like, that didn't make sense.
You like the theme song? That click, 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 that tick, 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 tick. How do you like my impression of a clicking?
Anyway, so 60 Minutes is one of those shows that even as a kid, I went like, this is a good show. And it was Sunday night, so even though you had to go to school the next day.
Do you think it is more because of what the show actually was, or because of what your options were and when that was on?
It was part of it was the options, but part of it was they did a real good job of taking a subject and making it 10, 12 minutes long, and telling you as much as they could, making it as interesting as possible. And then they have a commercial, and they come back and do another 12 of a different thing. Oh. And then at the end, it was somebody that had a comment, like somebody that was funny or something.
Was that Dan Rather?
I think it was Dan Rather back at the beginning. I can't remember though.
He's I think a internet show now where he just talks about modern
Yeah.
current affairs and stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to it
Yeah.
or watched it.
And that's the show where Andy Rooney was
Okay.
at the end, and he would say something funny about stuff, and that was entertaining. But anyway, that was and the thing is, it was when everybody in the family would watch it, because even if the grandparents were over,
Okay.
you still watch that, and so you got to hang out with your grandparents and watch a news show. That kind of fits this category, right? It's something you wouldn't
totally
watch
does.
as a kid. Who's let's go watch the news, and it's like that.
I totally get that. I watched the only kind of news show I think I watched as a kid was like America's Funniest Home Videos. I think.
Yeah.
It showed you what was going on. That was a bad joke. All right, I'm gonna go with. I don't think I have any TV shows in mind. I don't. So I'm gonna go with what people consider to be hair metal, or that kind of like 80s, late 80s, like Poison, Motley Crue, those kind of bands. I just don't care for a lot of them. I don't really care about music that. A lot of it just seemed like music that was kind of bragging or talking about partying or things like that often. Not all the time, but a lot of their hits were. And a lot of the hits in that genre were, and I just didn't really care about it. Usually with music, it's not something where I go, like, I'm in a good mood, I'm going to listen to something that talks about why I'm in a good mood. It's usually, I listen for different reasons. But not all hair metal was like that. It wasn't all just, hey, we're partying, we're rocking, look at all these girls and drugs we have. But there's one people call hair metal band Savatage, which is I don't know, I think Florida, I think they're from, but have you heard of the Trans-Siberian Orchestra? It's called. It's one of the guys from Savatage, was one of the creators of that. It's like epic metal. And it's it has like some of the songs talk about different fantasy and epic things, and there's like no reason for me to like it, except one time I just watched a video of it, and I just thought it was over the top and entertaining, and then I went, okay, this fills that spot for me. I found something there, so whenever I feel like listening to that kind of music, I have one band I like, and I don't feel like I need any more.
Well, Coal Miner's Daughter actually did that to me. It's like, oh, I like Loretta Lynn now after watching that movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Even though it was Sissy Spacek.
What kind of would you say it's country music?
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was back in the olden days,
yeah,
middle days. Anyway, but I get that, because like, even though I don't like country music, of course I like her because I like her music because I like that movie,
right?
And it was about her. Yeah.
Johnny Cash is somebody that I hear little bits and I go, oh, he's not bad, but I still don't ever want to listen to him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What.
Yeah. Some of the classics, probably maybe wouldn't turn the channel, as if you were listening to a channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still listen to channels, so. But Johnny Cash is never on them.
All right, your turn.
This list is just really hard. I don't like boxing. I don't like boxing. I love the movie Rocky. One of my favorite movies. Top 10 easily. And there really was boxing in it. But I mean, I'm thinking like, that's not really a boxing movie. It's a movie. It's a love story and a story about somebody who makes it on his own, and he's a boxer.
Have you seen Creed? The one that
I haven't.
That one's good.
No. Yeah.
Have you seen Rocky 2?
I've seen the ones I liked are the first one, and then the second
Balboa.
one's okay, and then the one where is Rocky Balboa the one where he's back and he comes back. Yeah, I saw that. I like that too. I like that too. And I went and saw that in Boston because that was fun. Yeah.
I like Rocky.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I'm only put that on the list because why would I watch a movie about a boxer?
I think there are some.
And then there's a fighter. Love that one too. So what I'm saying is that broke that rule for me.
Yeah.
And I like a ton of sports movies. Mm-hmm. And I would think, of course I don't like sports movies. I love sports movies if they're good movies.
Yep. Oh, that's a good choice.
Thank you very much.
Good.
Thank you very much.
All right, I'm going to talk about movies, westerns. Western movies usually bore me so much. They're so slow paced, and I just, for some reason, I don't get that excitement of being in the Wild West. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But there are two westerns I like a lot. So there are two. So Maverick with Mel Gibson, I think is a fantastic movie. It's totally a western. And then Hateful Eight, but that's Quentin Tarantino. He can. I really like any kind of genre, any kind of movie he does. I'll enjoy it.
Yeah, to me that's a Tarantino movie.
Yeah,
but it totally is a western.
Yeah,
You're right.
But yeah, I think because Maverick's not like slow paced, and I think it has lots of humor, and it feels like episodic because he goes to all these different places. But so many westerns I've seen bits of and stuff like Shane and older ones, like parts of Clint Eastwood ones stuff. I just don't care.
Yep. There's good actors in that movie.
Which movie? Shane?
No, the
Hateful Eight.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Maverick.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
That brings me to something I want to tell you about on my list.
Oh, what's on your list?
So anyway, I don't really care for westerns. When I was a kid, I'd watch Western TV shows because that was on,
Bonanza.
Zorro and Bonanza and stuff, I'd get kind of bored, but I was just happy to be watching
Dynasty, Dallas.
Oh, my God. And so,
WKRCP
but there's
in
one that's
Cincinnati.
out now. It's all over now, but it's almost.
Deadwood?
That one doesn't count. It's totally different. This is called Longmire.
I've heard of it.
I think it was on, oh my God, was it on
TV?
FX? I can't remember what it was on TV for 4 seasons and on Netflix for 2 seasons. And I really like it. And it's a Western. And this morning when I was thinking about it, laying in bed thinking about my list, and I thought about it, it's like, you know what? That's a cowboy and Indian show. And it's funny because when I was a kid, the movies that were Westerns were cowboys and Indians. And they were so boring. But this one is they live in Wyoming. I looked it up. They're in New Mexico, but they live in Wyoming. And there's an Indian reservation, too. And so there's good guys and bad guys, but it's not like the cowboys are good guys and the Indians are bad guys. Like there's good guys the cowboys are good guys and bad guys, and the Indians or Native Americans are good guys and bad guys, and and they work together and they fight, and it's actually a good. He's a sheriff, so it's just like a typical old show, but I really like it. It's got a lot of heart, and I really enjoy it. Longmire.
Is it like Thanksgiving every episode?
Nothing like Thanksgiving at all. There's no pilgrims in it.
Yeah, but
John Wayne's not in it.
Cowboys are like the modern day pilgrims.
So anyway, that's a show I like a lot, and it's a Western, so why would I like that?
I don't know why you did Westerns when I already had Westerns covered, but that's
I know,
fine.
that is weird.
Okay, I don't care about fantasy stuff very much. I want to. I try,
That's
and
weird.
I want to because Kristen Stewart and Ariel all like fantasy stuff a lot. And especially Ariel, and I tried. I think it's really cool that they create this big world and everything. I just like the Lord of the Rings movies. I think they're well done, and I like enjoy them some. But then I just don't get into them. And fantasy books, any fiction books are tough for me to read anyway. But the video game fantasy, totally Skyrim, which you've probably heard of, very popular video game where you choose what kind of being you are, and if you want to use magic or sorcery or wizardry, which is a kind of magic. And then you go around this big open world and you do these missions, and it can be a complex story with all these different fantastical elements. And it was totally fun. And I just tried it because I got cheap, and I was like, I'll give it a shot because Kristen Stewart played it, liked it, and I got really into it. And maybe
what kind of character did you pick?
Mine was like this like reptilian kind of lizard guy that could breathe underwater.
Oh, fun!
But then I used magic mostly to kill wizards and
kill a wizard,
witches
nice.
And beasts and stuff. I think my guy was a werewolf at some point too, or vampire. I can't remember. But we'll see. Maybe I thought maybe that would open the door so I can get into other fantasy things. Has not happened yet though.
Yeah, that brings me to my list. I do not care for fantasy.
You don't care about fantasy?
I try so hard. And especially because Ariel loves it so much. And when I thought she was going to be here today, I was like, oh, I hope she doesn't hate me for having fantasy. You know what I mean? For not like... Anyway, so I'm including Doctor Who in that. Rather than putting that in science fiction, I'm putting Doctor Who in fantasy, the TV show. And I really like it a lot. And I call it fantasy. And I like it. So it seems like a show I shouldn't like. And I do.
That's not... Yeah, that is fantasy, but it's also like when people think of... I don't think you'd find that in the fantasy section of the story.
No, I'm just saying for me, though, I guess it's more of a science fiction.
Chris says he generally doesn't like fantasy, but he likes Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, and Skyrim.
Okay.
Well, I feel like Lord of the Rings, there's enough fantasy there for you can be a fantasy fan, and Lord of the Rings is the only thing that's fantasy you like, but there's so much of it there that there's plenty.
I like how it looks. Like if I was doing something else and had music on in the background, I'd probably really like Lord of the Rings. But sticking with that, even though it's not my turn, I'm going to go Battlestar Galactica, the remake of it, not the Lauren Green one. I had no interest in that one. It's space science fiction. So it's
yeah.
to me, it's the epitome of science fiction. And so, Jim, your dad, my husband, and my son, Chris, your brother, your co-host, they said, give it a try. And I really liked it a lot.
Speaking of calls from brothers, we're going to call. One of these days, I'll get good at this.
Phone call?
Hello, Chris. How's it going?
It's going pretty well. Phil and Mom,
Hey.
The co-host. Doctor Who as fantasy kind of made me go like that for a little while, and like I'm doing right now. And what I wanted to say was that I think it's extremely science fiction because the Doctor never ends up with a mystical or weird explanation for anything. He's always dismissive of that and tries to show how, even though it's a weird world, that doesn't mean it's fantastical.
Okay,
are you talking about the Ninth Doctor?
I'm talking about all the Doctors.
Doctor Who.
What?
Yay. Okay.
That's clear.
So it's more science fiction
and interesting choice. I like that.
So it's more science fiction than fantasy. You're saying?
I would say that, yes.
I think what I was trying to do a little bit is trying to make a segue from what Philip was saying.
Oh, it's good though. No, totally, yeah,
really well.
Yeah.
It's intriguing.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
But I also thought of it as fantasy. But now that you've described it that way, I get that. Is Battlestar Galactica then a romantic comedy? What is that?
Yeah, I think probably.
Okay.
Because Starbuck gender swapped, so romantic comedy, right?
There you go.
Real quick before you go, do you think I should keep doing the public domain movies of the week, or do you think I should change the subject segment to something I like more?
I was looking at lists of public domain movies, and there really are like 3 that are any good, I think.
Yeah.
So something else.
Okay.
I like the idea of people calling in with their scariest movies and watching that.
Yeah, but then I need people who actually want to call in or contact me.
Yeah.
Because there people listen, but not many people actually send information.
Yeah.
I wonder if you could have kind of like a book club for movies with like a movie club where a guest that's going to come on also watches the same movie and you do some sort of.
Oh, that'd be fun. I like that.
Do about a 10-minute talk on that.
I like that. It's a good idea.
And the guest suggests a movie.
I like that too.
Oh, do you not like it anymore?
No, I like that. That's a good idea. Just it might make it a little tougher for me to get guests on sometimes, but
well, you don't have to do it.
Well, pretty much. Well, I like having that. It's you, Mom, and Ariel are the usual guests, and so I can talk about this off the show. Yep. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
All right. Thank you for calling.
Bye.
Bye.
Do you have any science fiction shows on your list?
No, because I like a lot of science fiction.
Oh
stuff.
yeah. Okay.
And space stuff. We have like 10 more minutes. All right, cool. I have a couple more left. Comedies that were made before like 1980 or 1979, I usually just don't find funny. I think it's
you talking about movies? Or?
Yeah, because I think newer comedies and stuff have taken from those old comedies so much that now they're out of date because they're not original or unique to me anymore. Usually, I feel like The Jerk. For the longest time, I thought that was the first comedy that was actually still funny. Doctor Strangelove. It was actually funny. I was surprised. I totally enjoyed it. I thought it was clever, and I felt that the humor felt modern to me, which was very surprising.
Yeah. Yeah, it's smart and slapstick all at the same time. Yeah.
How many more things do you have?
I have as many as you want.
Do you want to each do like 2 more? Is that okay?
Sure. Okay, comic book movies seem like, to me, they're all kind of the same.
Like superhero comic book movies?
Yeah, but so I don't know if these count as superheroes or not, but I really like the first Batman movie. I mean, Superman movie, not Batman.
Right.
Superman movie, but I kind of almost doesn't feel like, it just feels like my Superman from childhood, they brought it up and made a better movie out of it, so that was really good, but that doesn't really count. Batman Begins. I didn't like any other Batman movies. Love that movie. I think it's really good.
That's my favorite Batman movie.
And then Iron Man is another one of those that I actually enjoyed very much.
I just watched that
I had fun with it. Yeah.
Nice. Robert Downey Jr. is fun to watch.
He's good in almost everything he does.
Yep. Except for that one movie, Home for the Holidays.
Oh, funny. That's one of my faves,
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Maybe I should watch that.
Probably hate it. We'll watch that at Thanksgiving time. That's the holiday.
That
that's
Longmire? Nice.
Good one.
I have one more. Not just musicals, because there are a lot of more modern musicals I like, but musicals from, I don't know how to categorize them, but again, like musicals that are older, that are considered like musicals that community theaters and stuff would often perform and do in schools and stuff. Almost all of them I get so bored, except for Bye Bye Birdie. Talked about this on the show before when we talked about musicals. That musical I feel like just is actually good.
Yeah.
The music's good. I think it's actually funny. Yeah, it's
Very
not
entertaining.
boring.
Totally entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. I like Death Clock.
Oh, it's like
The
heavy metal.
Yeah.
Nice.
And the thing is, I do like heavy metal music, so I don't know why. And that same with rap. I like both those, so I kind of
But
like
you
wanted
don't
to put 'em on
really
a list, but
know any. I feel like you don't really.
I don't really know. When I hear it, I like it. The end.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I like it almost all the time. The other thing, a TV show, car shows. I have no interest in car shows,
Right.
but because Dad watched them all the time, I'll watch them like when we're going to sleep and stuff. Wheeler Dealers is a show that I just love. And it's so funny because why would anyone they buy a car, they fix
Why would anyone like
it,
this?
they buy a car, they fix it up and they sell it.
Nice. Oh, yeah.
And part of it was like one of the first co-hosts was a really, really tall guy. And he'd work on little teeny cars, and it always reminded me of like when a big cat gets in a Kleenex box. You know what I mean? So anyway, and another one called Itchin Rides.
Oh, I can see. Yep. Thank you for.
Witchin' Rides.
Thank you for.
Anyway, that's another one that I
censoring
go like,
yourself.
there's no way I would like that. It's in Salt Lake City, and it just doesn't seem like anybody I'd like,
Yeah.
and yet I enjoy it. And I think it's because
Nice.
they're good artists, they're good craftspeople, and
Nice.
that's it.
Cool. That's a good list. Well, now you guys know what would the things we love about what we hate.
Speed Racer is the other one.
That's a good movie.
Except for why would I like that? It's video games. Blech.
It wasn't a video game.
And then I
I don't
really
think
liked
so. It was good. The movie's kind of like a video game, but I think it was
Yeah.
all cartoon.
it. Yeah.
Maybe it was a comic even. All right, ready for a little bit of trivia?
Oh my God.
We have a
yes.
couple more minutes. This is local history related stuff. According to Wikipedia, which is according to something else, 6 nations have claimed Sonoma County from 1592 to present. So nations, not
Okay.
not actual, not yeah.
not like-
since 1592, actual nations have claimed Sonoma County before.
So I would say Russia because it's basketball.
Yes, Russia's one. Yes,
Because it's basketball. France.
no.
I don't have any idea except
Well,
Russia because it's basketball.
You can get another one.
United States.
Yes. Then California,
Oh,
Mexico,
makes
United
sense.
States, Russia, Spain, and England.
England surprises me.
Yeah, it's a short amount of time, I think. I don't remember the years. All right. Now, can you name all the incorporated... No, wait. Yeah, all the incorporated communities in Sonoma County.
Not a chance.
So it's like towns that are...
Okay,
cities that are
Petaluma.
incorporated. Yep.
Sonoma,
Yes.
Santa Rosa.
Yes.
It's basketball.
Yes.
Pengrove.
No. That's unincorporated, census-designated place,
How many?
according to the internet.
How many other?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Katari
6, 7,
one?
8, 9.
Katari?
Yes.
I don't want to have dead air.
Think about the one that you went to and
Glen
they did
Allen?
not have. Nope, that's another unincorporated census designated place. Think about one where you couldn't get any
Oh,
vegetarian
Hillsborough.
food. Yep.
Everybody get that? No vegetarian food in Hillsborough.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
We'll make changes. This is the radio. Do you give up?
Oh, I
anymore?
just.
Oh, sorry.
Is there a coastal one? Oh, what's the?
I don't think so.
Nope, I don't have any more.
Windsor.
Oh, huh. I'm surprised.
I
mean, of
Did you
course.
say Roanoke Park?
Yeah. I don't know.
Uh,
I think I did.
You say.
Oh, I didn't. I said Pengrove.
Cloverdale.
Huh, yeah, that makes sense. I didn't realize that was in Sonoma County.
Now you've named unincorporated. You've named a few. Quick, how many more unincorporated census designated places can you name in Sonoma County?
0.
I'm going to name some. You're going to go, oh yeah, Bodega Bay.
Oh, that's in Sonoma? Oh, that's the one
Yeah.
I was trying to say when I said coastal. Should have said it.
Boyes
birds.
Hot Springs.
Oh, yeah. I just looked at real estate.
Casadero.
Oh, I didn't know that was in Sonoma.
Forestville.
Yep.
Fulton. Geyserville. Glen Ellen, you said. Grayton. Guerneville, Jenner, Kenwood. How about this for radio? Larkfield, Wickiup. Occidental's one.
So what's going on in Petaluma today?
I didn't get to Valley Ford. Valley Ford's another one. Petaluma.
Is it Valley Ford or Ballyford?
Valley Ford.
That's what I
Come on.
thought. Yeah, I think you said Valley.
Nothing's going on in Petaluma today.
What's going on out the window?
It's nothing. It's
Wow.
literally nothing. Oh, no, wait, there's a little bit of wind. It's kind of nice out.
It's called a breeze then.
That's true.
Yeah.
The storm of 1,000 natures. Well, like always, I like to end the show with plugging concerts coming up. June 30th, the first ever KPCA Presents concert at the Phoenix Theater. It's all ages. It's only $10. There will be 4 Bay Area bands: Flower Flower, New Spell, The Y-Axes, and Nervous Lovers, all performing on one stage.
What time?
8 p.m. June 30th.
And all I have to
ages.
do is show up at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, and pay $10 to
Yeah.
get in. Yeah. Well, the doors open at 7:30, so I'd get
Oh,
there
yeah.
7:30 because bands are gonna
Will they have
start at
refreshments?
8. I don't know. With that, I don't. The Phoenix Theater, I'm not sure what they have.
Yeah, no alcohol though.
No alcohol.
No.
Yep. No alcohol, no drugs. It's a very,
Family friendly.
family friendly.
But the music sounds great. I heard it on your show yesterday. It all sounds really good.
Thank you. They're all great bands. They're all excited to be part of the show, and I'm excited for them to be there.
You know, if a lot of people go, then other bands will want to play here and it'll be great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
we're
maybe
gonna-
they'll come back too.
Yeah.
That's the 30th?
Yeah. June 30th.
Is that the last day in June? 30 days
January,
past
February,
September.
March, April, May, June. Yep.
Okay, so
I
yeah.
think so.
So June 30th, 8 o'clock. Got
Alright.
it. Free parking?
They do have free parking in Petaluma.
Nice.
It's in Petaluma there's lots of places to eat and stuff around. So,
Yeah.
all right, it's time for me to go. Sorry, I went a little bit long. All right, thank you everyone for listening. Thanks, Mom, for being on the
my
show.
pleasure.
All right, stick around, guys, for Full Circle sessions with DJ Saeed. Bye bye.